What if everything you thought you knew about Ben 10 was a cover story? What if it wasn't a cartoon idea, but a classified experiment? What if the alien watch wasn't fiction, but a recovered object that never made the news? And what if the real story was buried on purpose? Because in the late 1980s, something crashed in Alaska. It wasn't reported. It wasn't explained. It was removed. Fast. A damaged spacecraft was discovered in northern Alaska in the late 1980s. It wasn't announced to the public. It wasn't reported on the news. It was buried immediately under military control. Hunters had reported a strange metallic object sticking out of the ice after a partial thaw. Within 48 hours, the site was locked down. Black helicopters, armed perimeter, satellite blackout. By the time anyone outside the region noticed something was happening, the object was gone. What they recovered wasn't large. The craft itself was compact, sleek, not built like human engineering. No visible rivets, no combustion system, no recognizable cockpit layout. And inside it, mounted at the center of the cabin, was a device roughly the size of a large wristwatch. Dark casing, smooth surface, a faint green core that pulsed every few seconds, like it was alive. The object was transported to a classified research facility in Nevada. Initial testing showed something impossible. The device emitted low-level electromagnetic pulses in patterns that resembled neural signals, not random signals, structured ones. It wasn't just powered, it was thinking. The first phase of experiments involved proximity testing. No contact, just exposure. Subjects reported headaches, mild nausea, heightened alertness. Brain scans showed unusual activity in the frontal cortex. The second phase involved skin contact. That's when things went wrong. The device would lock onto the wrist of whoever touched it. It didn't clamp violently. It adjusted, almost like it scanned the user first. Within minutes, subjects experienced rapid neurological stimulation. Heart rate increased. Adrenaline spiked. Reaction time improved. Grip strength increased by measurable margins. At first, the scientists thought it was promising. Then the side effects began. Severe neural overload, seizures, brain hemorrhaging. 3 adult test subjects died within the first month. Autopsies showed something disturbing. Their brains had developed new neural connections, rapidly, but the adult brain couldn't handle the rewiring speed. It overheated itself, literally. The device wasn't transforming bodies, it was upgrading neural pathways, and adults were incompatible. That's when someone suggested testing younger subjects. Younger brains are more plastic, more adaptable, more flexible. It was controversial. It was classified. It happened anyway. A 10-year-old boy from the foster system was selected. No public records that would raise questions. No parents asking where he went. The device was placed near him first. Unlike the adults, his brain activity spiked, but stabilized. When it was placed on his wrist, it locked in. Not aggressively, deliberately. Within seconds, his pupils dilated. Heart rate elevated. Brain activity surged. But it didn't spiral out of control. It synchronized. That was the first sign something was different. Over the next few days, controlled sessions were conducted. Each time, the device activated. His neural pathways strengthened incrementally. His reaction time improved by fractions of a second. His muscle output increased by small but measurable percentages. His balance improved. His spatial awareness sharpened. Nothing supernatural, just enhanced, subtle, real. Within 2 weeks, he was outperforming trained adult soldiers in controlled reflex drills. Within a month, he could process visual information nearly twice as fast as the average human. His strength levels rose approximately 15% above baseline for his age group. Not superhuman, but abnormal. And the most disturbing part? His body wasn't rejecting it. The adults had suffered catastrophic neural failure. The child adapted. Brain scans showed something chilling. The device wasn't forcing change, it was guiding development. It stimulated growth in areas associated with survival, perception, and physical coordination. It was almost like it was preparing him for something. Months passed. The enhancements became more refined. He could hear subtle frequency changes others couldn't. He reacted to movement before it fully occurred. His learning speed accelerated dramatically. Languages, patterns, tactical exercises. He absorbed them at frightening speed. He wasn't transforming into a creature, he was becoming optimized. The scientists realized something they didn't want to admit. The device wasn't a weapon, it was a selection tool. It had killed adults because they were neurologically rigid. It bonded with the child because he was adaptable, because he could grow with it. The bond deepened. Attempts to remove the device failed. It didn't shock anyone. It simply shut down and reattached when forced off, as if it preferred him. Psychological evaluations showed another shift. His fear response decreased. His risk assessment improved. His emotional reactions flattened slightly. He was becoming calmer under pressure, more calculated, more precise, more dangerous. The program was renamed internally, not Alien Artifact, but Adaptive Integration System. The public would never know. Over time, the boy stopped reacting like a normal child. Not emotionally, not physically. He wasn't cold, he wasn't robotic. He was focused, highly aware, always scanning, always calculating. The device pulsed faintly when he slept. Brain scans during sleep showed active pattern exchanges between his neural system and the device. It was learning him, and he was learning it. No explosions, no fantasy creatures, no dramatic morphing, just slow, steady, biological enhancement. The kind that feels possible, the kind that feels classified, the kind that makes you wonder if something like this already exists. By the end of the first year, the improvements plateaued. He wasn't becoming a superhero. He was becoming the best version of a human nervous system. Faster reflexes, stronger muscle response, sharper senses, improved healing speed within natural limits. Nothing impossible, just optimized. And that is what made it terrifying, because it didn't look fake. It looked achievable. The spaceship was dismantled. Reverse engineering attempts failed. The device remained the only functional artifact, and it remained bonded to him. No announcement was ever made. No records were released. The foster system listed him as relocated. The research division went dark 2 years later. Funding reclassified. Files sealed. But here is the question that still lingers. If the device was designed to enhance adaptability, if it chose a 10-year-old because his brain could grow with it, then how many more like him would it need? And was that crash really an accident, or was it a delivery? Because if something out there wanted to seed a planet quietly, it wouldn't send an army, it would send a tool that selects, a tool that upgrades, a tool that bonds and waits. And somewhere out there, if more of those ships exist, somebody else might already be wearing one. If this story made you think twice, hit like. If you're ready for more hidden truths and stories that feel a little too real, subscribe. Turn on notifications, because the next one might be even closer than you expect.